In this video, I will show you how to create a treatment plan for a new patient and prepare it for printing. To create a new patient, click the Add button and fill out the patient's name. Then click Create to open its dashboard. By clicking the plus button, you can import face scans, CT scans, and create a treatment. Alternatively, use the shortcuts in the dashboard to start the process. On the left side of the viewer, you will see all the steps needed to import a dental scan, create a treatment, and print it. First, let's import the models. Dental scans can be in either STL, OBJ, or PLY files. If you detect any sections of the scan that need to be smoothed, cut, or repaired, use the Fix Model button to process the mesh. Once everything is correct, click the Next button to start orienting the scan on the occlusal plane. The software will automatically detect the orientation and let you refine it using the rotation buttons. The next step allows you to mark where the teeth are in the model by clicking on the teeth location. Teeth can be created in any order, preferably placing the points at the incisor edges and molar grooves. You can also adjust or delete the markers. On the following step, the software detects which teeth the markers are placed on and allows you to change those tags in case there are missing teeth. Do the same for the mandible. Based on that information, Titan analyzes the scan and segments the teeth automatically. If there are any errors, just paint over them to correct them. Once all looks correct, click Next to start separating the teeth. Next, the roots are calculated and the teeth are oriented. You can use the buttons to change the root angle and length, or adjust the teeth orientation. Now is the time to create a treatment plan. The easiest way is to use the Arch Movement tool to create the biggest movements. Select the Move option to start adjusting the teeth to their best location in the spline. Then change to Double Segment to allow for bigger spline movements. This tool will let you quickly adjust the arch. And will automatically generate the staging steps based on the rotation and movement speed limits. Finally, disable the Spline tool and inspect the changes. Once the broad movements are done, you can click individual teeth to further adjust them. The movement widget will change as you hover over it to allow rotations, movements, and different anchoring. You can drag or click the arrows for smaller steps. The movement panel is another easy way to move the teeth. This provides a finer control over the movement and shows how much the tooth has moved so far. Use the timeline at the bottom to inspect the changes, and click upper or lower to see the movements of each tooth in that arch. Switching to per teeth mode allows you to adjust the timing of each tooth. For instance, you can make an incisor only start moving at the end of the treatment. Advanced staging gives further control by also adjusting speed and timing, and synchronizing movements on both arcs. Once the movements are done, the next step allows setting attachments for extra anchoring. The software will display the forces applied to each tooth to help you identify the attachment types and surfaces that really need buttons. Attachments get automatically oriented to the angle that best matches the forces. Once placed, it's easy to adjust its size and other properties. even change the shapes based on the attachment purpose. Other useful attachments are elastics. They can be used to define where anchors should be placed and will show you which elastic size will be needed for optimal results. The elastic can also report how much force they contribute, and this is used on the treatment validations. Other attachment types include tunnel attachments to help get the best mix of regular braces and clear aligners. Twin blocks for mandibular advancement and pontics. The final step is preparing the model for printing, for which it will need labels to identify the 3D printed models. This is as easy as click and dragging to place them in the gum or teeth. Labels can be further adjusted by moving the control points, and they will change to match each step. When creating labels in the molars, the software will automatically adjust the text to match the area. Now, it's time to create a print order. You can export STL files right now or schedule them for later using a print order. The most common scenario is to print the first few aligners in-house to deliver aligners to patients in the same day. Then request the remaining aligners to be printed at the lab and delivered to your office. Select the aligner range and ask to include any template for attachments. Then click Next. The software will show you the deliveries and their order. Here you can further customize the values for each delivery. Next, the software allows you to review the payment information and schedule the orders. When returning to the dashboard, both deliveries will be shown. Here you can also see what dates they will be needed and their status in the queue. From the doctor's dashboard, you can also open the Printing tab to see the orders for all the patients, and click any of those orders to start exporting the STL files for printing. In the next video, I will show in more details each of these steps. See you next.